Okay. Thanks, Shelby. Hey, Dom, talked to Buddy a little bit about this yesterday. Obviously, you're thrilled with the home run, but Buddy went out of his way to say how much he liked the way you and Jon Gray worked together. Can you expand on that a little bit more, on how, on your comfort level with Jon and the rest of the Rockies pitchers?
Yeah, I mean, I just try and game plan before games and study as much as I can. But obviously, Jon and I had a good thing going against LA, and we just try to carry that into that Arizona series.
Jon has remade himself a little bit as a pitcher since he first came into the league. Did you guys talk at all in spring training, or have you talked through the years about how he's trying to mix his pitches a little bit differently than maybe he did, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, I think with scouting reports and all the information there is out there nowadays, you have to be able to adjust and however you're going to be able to get outs. And I think he's done a great job doing that, and mixing more changeups and curveballs instead of just a power fastball and power slider. I thought he did a great job yesterday.
And one more for me. You said at some point in spring training, I believe, that you really thought you could be one of the better hitting catchers in baseball. You got 3 home runs in the early going. Now that you have all the duties of being a major league catcher on your plate as well, you still feel that way, that you can go the whole season and keep up the production?
Yeah, of course. I just got to try and stay healthy as I can and take it one day at a time, one pitch at a time. If I do that, I think I'll have some more success in the future.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it.
No
problem. Thomas, go ahead.
Yeah, Dom. What has it been like with the scouting reports and everything that you're getting, and how do you boil that down? Because that was one of the things Jon said yesterday. He said that you're able to simplify all of this information into something that you and he can take onto the field.
Yeah, first and foremost, you always go off your pitcher's strengths. What he has that day, what he has maybe in the bullpen, and hopefully early on you can kind of get a gauge of what pitches are going to work. And then hopefully it matches up with, the team that we're facing. I thought he did a great job executing pitches and kind of the rest is history. He was really, really good early on, and then just kind of tried to flip the script on him a little bit. And, it worked out really well for us.
As a catcher, though, how did you learn what was important, what isn't important, things that you have to study just so that you're not out there with so many things on your mind that you're not able to play?
Yeah, of course. I try and keep it very simple, where I can get guys out in locations, and, everybody's a little bit different. Whether a guy likes spin or likes hitting the changeup or stuff like that, you just try and look at that stuff. And, if Jon and the rest of the pitching staff, if they can execute the pitch, usually it's going to be a pretty good day, like you've seen yesterday.
You've also seen the last 3 times out, I believe it is, your pitchers going to more off-speed or breaking stuff than the fastball. When you see that, do you look and say, hey, these guys are really good and they understand pitching, and it's easier to call a game because they can do it?
I think it's just understanding the teams that we're playing as well. I thought, that lineup overall, you can see that they were trying to jump on the fastball and we just, try to flip the script on them when they were expecting fastball, try and throw some off speed and vice versa.
Are you starting to see yet, and granted it's only 2 teams and 2 series, but are you starting to see pitch patterns or the idea that, hey, these guys think they know me and they're pitching me a certain way?
As far as hitting?
Yeah, as far as hitting. I'm sorry. Yeah, hitting.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a pretty soft attack so far, but I'm confident enough that I'll be able to make the adjustment when I need to, and stay on the fastball is my game. And trust my eyes that I'll be able to make an adjustment to the off-speed pitches.
Yeah, it does seem that you do get some, but you know to kind of wait on the fastball to kind of work the at bat your way. But in the batter's box, is there anything right now that maybe you hope that you could do even better than you're doing right now?
Yeah, of course. I want to have more, competitive at bats and find a little bit more barrels. That's the name of the game. If I can do that a little bit more often, I think it'll lead to even more success.
And also in your offense toward the second half of the order, that's where you guys are getting a lot of power. I mean, when that happens, do you feel like, hey, I'm pretty confident that this offense will really pick up as the year goes on?
Yeah, of course. The middle of our order is is definitely the heart of our lineup, and those guys are definitely going to swing it. So I think the bottom end of the order, whatever we can do to help out and get on base, or if it's a home run, but I think the key is for us is just to pass it to the next guy, and the top of the order, middle of the lineup, let those guys do what they do best.
And finally, just coming into this year, how tired did you get of hearing that Rockies catchers only hit 2 home runs last year, kind of over and over? How tired did you get of hearing that? And now that it's out of the way, do you feel like that's just an easier way to relax?
I mean, I wouldn't say tired of hearing it. I'm just going to control what I can, and lead the pitching staff is my number one job, and whatever I can do at the plate is a plus. So I'll look to do whatever the team needs, whether it's getting on base or hopefully driving some guys in.
All right. Hey, thanks, Dom. I really appreciate that.
No problem.
Mark Stout.
Hey, Dom, three things. How has your swing developed over the years? And is there anybody that you have, kind of copied your swing after over the years?
It's just like anything else, the more repetition you get, the more games you play, you learn a lot more about yourself. And nobody in particular that I copy my swing after. It's more just, watching what I do best and chatting with hitters that I like to talk to or coaches that I like to talk to. And the guys have done a great job here. The staff's done a great job. And I feel like, things are clicking pretty good, and looking forward to, what's next.
Was there a lefty that you liked over the years?
I mean, my favorite swing probably of all time from the left side is probably Cargo, not going to lie. The high leg kick, it's pretty special what he did, especially here. So that's probably my favorite swing.
Cool. Hey, the Castro thing yesterday with the glove did you ever experience anything like that? It seemed like you had caught the ball before he even hit your glove.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I just think he was super late. He even said, that just shows how late I am right now. And, I did the best I can to try and get out of the way, but I have to catch the ball. So, it was something I've never experienced before.
Did the ump say anything to you weird about that? Or is it that was just like a one-off play?
No, nobody really said anything. The only thing I really got from it was, I think if he would have swung or checked his swing completely, then I'm guessing he would have got it. But since he didn't, I think that's why it held up.
Last thing, family and friends coming to San Fran this weekend?
Yeah, of course. My parents will be here, and my brother and sister hopefully will be here. My sister lives down the road, so hopefully get a little bit of a support system here, and over the weekend we'll see who comes in.
Thanks for the time, Dom.
No problem.
Noah.
Hey, Dom, thanks for the time. For when you were with the team in 2019 and compared to this year, have there been on offense or defensively any changes in video where, like, for example, in 2020, I know there was limited game access into video. Have you seen any big changes that have affected you as a hitter or defensively?
I think this year it's been nice to get video in the dugout of, from the innings before. It takes like a half inning to load in our system, but we have video access now of swings and pitches and stuff like that. So it definitely helps being able to see that kind of stuff.
Okay, thank you very much.
Problem.
All right, anything else? Thomas Harding, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of go back to the game planning here. Things worked, especially the way they worked against Arizona, what kind of confidence does that give you? Because I know the Rockies, they get criticized a lot for analytics and things like that, but it looked like you guys had a good game plan against them. Every time you have a series that works out this way, how does that help the confidence in the information that you're getting and your ability to follow it?
Yeah, it just shows that if you put in the work beforehand and trust that it's going to work, some good things will happen. Obviously, you're going to have to be able to make adjustments because hitters make adjustments as well. I don't know what happens in the future. Nobody does. So I'm just going to take it one pitch at a time from here on out.
Okay, hey, thanks a lot.